Lay low, mate, on the beat.
Cowboys drawing a cut. Cowboys drawing a cut. Cowboys.
Yeah. Here we go. It's Burger Week. Cowboys rolling uncut. Back with the crew. Man, these dudes done cleared them burgers out, man. Like, man, they ain't saved none. They didn't save none for the camera, man.
Cowboys didn't either, man. The boys on the field didn't
Burger
either.
Week.
Burger Week, man.
We usually like to show you the burgers we're working with, but Cats was hungry today. You know, we working men. You know,
Yeah.
The defense got to eat, so it's time for us to eat.
We need to replenish. We need to
what it
replenish.
was?
The defense ate, the offense ate, everybody ate. Everybody eats, B. We showing
Everybody
love on
eats,
this
B.
side. We
show mad love,
We show
B.
mad love. You know what I mean? We show mad love.
Smush in his
Everybody
face,
eats.
B.
So, dog, you know, that was just overall just a good team effort, man. So, you know, everybody eats, so we eat too.
Yeah.
Offensively,
Offensively.
by the way.
Offensively, you know, so I feel great about it, you know. This has been a wonderful weekend, you know, overall. So when I look at this team, there's a couple things that I love in life around football season. It's a Cowboys win and being right. So here lately, this offense has been winning these games for us, and we've been winning in dominant fashion out of the last 5 games. You know, 4 games we've been winning in dominant fashion. So when I see this, I automatically think, you know, this is what Cowboy football is supposed to look like. Overall, this is the one thing that I've been waiting for all seasons for this offense to fire, man. And it's firing right now, man. It's firing.
But the haters will say it's the Giants.
Well, who cares? You beat who's in front of you.
Man, I'm celebrating with them.
Yeah, you beat who's in front of you. It is the Giants, and we did what we were supposed to. That game wasn't close. You know, you know, so we did exactly what we were supposed to do. So I'm happy with it. And it ain't like we put up 21 or 30.
What we do, Terry?
We dropped burgers. We put up a soft 50. That's what that was. That was a soft 50. You know what I mean?
50-piece spicy.
Yeah, I'm just going to, that's a
Hey,
nugget right
and
there.
if-
That's a 50-piece nugget, man.
And if you want to include all 3 games against New York, professional squads, we up 119-27.
Man, that's amazing, dog. We own New York.
That's
We own New York.
an ownership there.
I said, man,
Dak
like,
is your daddy.
Absolutely,
Daddy,
yeah,
like,
man.
knocking over the buildings, man. That's how we coming through, dog. You know what I mean?
Stepping, man.
This feels wonderful.
So, you know, I know I was going on Reddit with somebody about rivalries. Do we even consider this a rivalry if we're dominating these guys?
Yes,
I
do.
think,
Yeah,
I think that we're their rival.
Yeah.
Don't you got to win one to be a rival, though?
I mean,
Because it seemed like, you know,
it's just we got the upper hand on the rivalry right now, but this is decades and decades of football. So just because we're up this little one, nah, we done been down some.
so it looked like Dak was 26 of 35. Had his jersey number all in his stats, 404, threw for 404. Had 4 touchdowns, rushed for 1. What's your overall impression of how he handled the game?
He was dealing.
I think overall he's playing the best football of the year. I'm okay with it.
He was willing and dealing.
Yeah, I think he's playing his best football. He's accurate. He's comfortable. He's real comfortable. So that's what I like. He's having fun, and I like it. You know what I mean? So I ain't got no complaints about the Cowboys.
I mean, what's the key to what the key is to him having fun is that when he moves his feet.
When he moves,
When he moves his feet.
You don't lose your seat.
Yeah, when he got to trust them feet, man. He's trusting the feet again.
And you targeting your number 1 receiver like he's the number 1 receiver.
And getting the ball to see.
Because he going to make it look good.
Everything is easier
Man.
for him.
Plus, you know he's feeling it, man, when he just let one go, man, and CD ain't even looking, man. And CD got to come back for the ball and grab it. And they just smile at chemistry, man. And, you know, Yeah,
The
they
one for me
feeling
was when he
good.
got drilled, man, in that pocket. He stood up in that pocket, dog, and Dexter Lawrence came across his chest.
Yeah.
And he knew where he was going to be. You could tell. He watched it when you seen it from the end zone view. You could look, and he knew where CD was going to be on that route. And he threw that knowing the contact was coming. And he put it right on the money, you know. So that lets me know he's in the zone right now. And these are tune-up games. I'm okay. These are confidence builders, man. So, and we built our confidence. So, you know, thank you, New York.
The one for me was the touchdown to Gallup. Dropped that. That was a long extension handoff. He dropped that right in the bucket for me.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was good though.
Shout out to MG13, man.
Yeah,
Bounce
'cause
back,
I mean,
man. Get on your feet,
I'm
man.
on you.
Hey, you get him going. Hey,
Hey, man, I sat there. When I seen that happen, all I could think was
get him going, man. Get him back in the
all I
fold,
could think of was this
man.
table over here, man.
No, man.
This table over here was hard on Gallup, man.
I still am.
Yeah, you still are, man. You know, he's
Yeah.
been making them catches. He made two strong catches. He made two good catches and two
gotta-
targets.
That's what he
You
did.
got
You know what
to
I mean?
stretch to make it right.
Yeah,
you know?
and he did it. He made it right. You know what I'm saying?
I'd
So
say I ain't off of him.
you still on it?
Yeah, you don't get no pass because you
Yeah,
beat the backups.
You got
in New
that
York.
check.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep it.
You got the check, so the pressure's still on.
Yeah.
But you know,
good way to
like,
start it.
Yeah. Big catch last week. Good catch last night.
Yeah, because they were subbing them in and out of the game too, and I like them using them like how they were using them too.
Get your
So
best players on the
you
field.
know,
But that's what I was. And so when you say he's gonna lose his spot was up for grabs. Why do you say that? Did you see something out of another receiver that you feel like is promising enough to move Gallup out of his?
I mean, shout out to OG, the
He
cookie.
do what he keep doing. I mean, you know, the cookie got speed, man, and that's what Gallup. That's why it's hard for Gallup to get reps, man, and to get action because the separation, man, and Cooks can separate. You know, Dak just got to hit him like he did.
So are you off Cooks? Are you off Cooks now?
No, I mean, you know, I would like to see Gallup get some look. I mean, we get all three of them popping, and you know,
It's trouble.
It's trouble.
He got the targets.
Man,
I'm glad the cookie earned his money.
Yeah, he got the
'cause
targets.
He hadn't been up to par, in my opinion. But, you know,
What y'all think of Brooks?
I like Jalen.
I like the young man.
Yeah, he showed some flashes.
Was
Man. He
that
showed some
A&M
flashes.
we drafted him?
Yeah. He showed some flashes.
He
Good
caught
strong
everything,
catches,
came his
right?
way,
The
man.
first,
His feet look good.
Yeah.
and the first reception actually
he got long arms.
when the starters for the Giants was in there, I mean, he juked the man.
Oh yeah,
I
he
mean,
was handling
put a
business.
juke. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was getting loose.
Ralph
Like
was good.
off the rip, like he was seizing his moment, man. I was impressed with that.
I was too.
And I heard about him a little bit in camp, but like he came in a game where
I think South Carolina.
know,
South
he was
Carolina.
ready.
Was he SEC? I think it was South Carolina.
South
So
Carolina,
so
A&M, one of them.
yeah.
One of them maroon teams.
So I think he's got. I think South Carolina. So he's got that pedigree because you know he plays in that division in college where you get that action.
yeah, I like the
Yeah,
young kid, man, Jalen Brooks.
Yeah.
He had 4 catches for 39 yards. And, OG, like you said in the kickback, man, this was a game where Dak pretty much spreaded the wealth, man. CD setting NFL records, 11 catches, 151 yards. He's the first player ever in NFL history to have at least 10 catches and 150 yards in 3 consecutive games. So we got to shout out to you know.
Shout out to the
Lamb,
coaching staff for realizing that and keeping them in that little extra time and getting them 2 catches.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
the coaching staff for watching the crew and listening to us. Cause we told you
Absolutely,
that
man. Real talk, cause man, look, don't think we ain't got no voices, man. Look, all us Cowboy content creators, man, we locked in. Even we just get started out, we been around for a minute. We been on these social networks, pumping the nation, living and dying by this, man, breathing this shit, man. We been pumping this. We got a voice, man. So don't think you can't help make a change, man. The nation is definitely doing that, man. And Mike McCarthy's listening.
Absolutely, man. And so what y'all think? Let me ask y'all with Coach and how he called the game. I think he did well in balancing the run and the pass. With him going deep a couple times, do y'all feel like he threw out the playbook for the Texas Coast offense?
Nah, I think he's just extending some of it. I think I think him and Dak is getting more in tune with each other and expanding the playbook out a little farther. I was cool with all his play calling except when he got to the red zone that first series. We got down there, we was running the ball all the way till we got down there.
Right.
Rico made a big run. Pollard did a nice little run. We was driving the ball on the ground at drive to get inside the red zone. We threw it to get up the field, but once we got from the 30 or 40, we was running the ball. As soon as we got to the red zone, we had 2 plays of being cute.
Yeah.
We did it. First play we did it and got to like the 3. Then they do a pass play. Then he did another pass play, and that just messed us up.
I think that he be getting. I'm seeing the trend where you said that again. We got cute again. Like he tends to get cute on that first drive a lot of times, and I don't know if it's a fielder drive, if it's what that is, if it's just a heat check. But usually on that first drive, we have the same. We've been having the same trouble all year long. So I just wonder, is that what's to be expected as far as this offense now? Just that first drive to be a tester or a filler?
I'm not even gonna say this as far as because even getting it down to the field, he did all right with the play calling to get us down there.
Yeah.
It's just when we got down there.
That's been the story all year. But that's been the story all year. Traditionally, that first drive, we haven't came out a first. I can't think of a game that we came out first drive and scored a touchdown. I'd have to look it up, but you can't think of too many games we've came out and scored a touchdown the first drive offensively. I can't think of it. I'm sure we have, but I can't think of it in my head. Off the top of my head right now. One that we just came out and imposed our will.
Did we come down and smack the Rams first?
I can't remember.
And then turned around and got something and smacked
We
them
did.
and scored again?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
So that's one game that you could think of. Everything else, and not to say that we're not scoring, it's just the fact that that first drive. You said what?
6 or 7 in the red zone though.
This week, 6 or 7 in the red zone. You can't beat it, man. Like this team, I'm okay with it. Like, hey, man, this is the type of win versus week 1 when we beat them. I still had worries week 1 after we beat them 40-0.
This time we're giving up 17 points.
No. That was garbage.
7 of them came in, garbage time. So
They got that one.
we're not
they shot
motivated
right
at the
now.
time. So
Yeah, we was already in the parking lot.
Yeah, it's party time.
yeah, but I went nuts. I had 48-16. It was 49.
Is that what you call 48-16? Is that what you call?
Yeah.
48-16?
I don't think
That's
I don't
all
think
right.
We got to Danny DeVito early enough to shake him. I think they were, he was getting rid of the ball pretty quick.
Yeah.
The Giants coach
Yeah,
did a
he
good job
was
of
getting-
running the ball, and then once he got his feet settled in, quick passes.
He got a little comfortable once he started
Yeah.
hitting those quick passes. He felt pretty good where he can take off a little bit and got some runs. So
And then we hit him
I
again,
noticed
and he
I
settled
noticed
down.
the kid had a little swagger because he got the gold chain running over across his jersey.
Man,
you don't
dog.
see too many of them cats.
It's a DeVito.
running.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
DeVito.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
DeVito. It looks like,
yeah, the gold chain rocking it.
Yeah,
So
that's
we had
a
a little
DeVito.
swagger.
You can
so,
see, I see all that. You
but
said
we didn't
DeVito.
get to him early enough to rattle him. So
He ain't have much room, man.
But it's
Yeah,
like
he threw for a grand total of 86 yards.
yeah. I mean, we did a good job on him. I just
They
thought we put our
mass
hands on him. I thought we
destruction.
put our hands
That's
on
what
him a
I'm
little bit
talking
more.
about,
You know
nigga.
what I mean?
That's what the hell I'm talking about.
I think he had 37 before,
was out there
that
seeing
last
spots.
little drive or whatever.
Damn, he got the refill. He got a big cut. He got the round on cut. He got the big gulper.
He had the big dog. It's
up.
one of them nights, man. We
Full
full
up.
of this shit.
He
Yeah,
still
dog.
tore down.
Because
You said you thought we
it's
was?
one of them nights,
I
man.
thought we would get a couple, strip sack turnovers on him, and I thought that'd be part of the burger outlook.
Shout out to Bland getting number 5.
But I said that Blaine would
Yeah.
get one. I said Blaine would get 2. I thought he'd get 2.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one guy that dropped him? Was that one guy that dropped
Yeah,
him?
one
You know what I mean?
time.
I was happy to see it,
like,
dog.
come on,
I was happy to see when I
man.
seen one guy. I was like, he's back in the game. When I seen
It
the
was
other,
right after the turnover,
He
too.
looked like
Get the ball back.
he looked like he had club hands.
Yeah, they tried running in,
Like,
but
yeah,
defense was
close
standing
hands.
strong.
The
Yeah.
defense did stand strong all game, man. Like overall, when you look at the distribution of the ball and on defense, how evenly our tackles and sacks and pressures were. Everybody ate. You know, our leading tackler was Deron Bland with 4 tackles. If that tells you a lot, you know what I mean. And he's just the leader because he had an interception and an interception and another a few tackles for loss. So.
Because
defense, man, you
Damone
did your
normally
thing.
been leading at tackle charge.
You said what?
I said Damone's normally the one that's been leading in tackles. So yeah, Bland. You said Bland was leading right there.
Bland? Yeah. Everybody had 4. Let's look. So everybody had 4. It was one of them games though that when I seen the box score, I was really sitting there thinking to myself like, damn man, it was just an evenly distributed game, man, offense and defense.
What
Do you
about
think if we, would have punched it in like we should have, the first series we drove down their throat? I mean, we literally could have almost dropped 60 on them.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah.
We should have. Okay, so Deron Bland had 4, Damone Clark had 4. Then we had, looks like 3, 6, 7 people with 7 players with 3 tackles, another 7 with 2 tackles, and another 10 with 1. So, overall, when you see that performance defensively, it's just a well played game. Who cares about that 17 points, man? Nobody cares about that.
So let's have a conversation. Tony Pollard, Rico Dotto. I know Terry. You said on the kickback, like, should we switch it up? Should we make Rico the one and Tony the 2? Because it looks like Rico's looking like Tony did last year, having more juice coming into the game. He had 12 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown, as opposed to Tony's 15 carries for 55 yards. So it was 3.7 average on Tony, 6.6 average for Rico. How do y'all see? Because I'm not sure if Tony can run in between the tackles. Rico looks better at doing that. Does that make Rico our number 1 and Tony our number 2 because he can do that? Or how do y'all see that?
I don't think you have to put a number beside either. I saw a couple of times where they both was in the backfield, and I don't see that enough. There's a many,
I like it. I
many
ain't mad at
plays and many options. We can hit teams with if we have both of them at the backfield. They both do special things, man. So I think like I was saying before, I like the fact that TP got it 15 times, Rico got it 12. I don't care if they split the same amount of carries. I just want both of them to get enough to make a difference.
Right.
I think I'm about to piss y'all off,
And
but
then-
I think Rico runs Cowboy style. He's a Cowboy running back right now. The way that I watch him run the ball, I think that's the way we want our running back to run. He runs harder than Tony right now.
I think his scheme fits him.
I think-
His scheme ain't fit.
Man, he runs between the
Per
tackles
se.
and he's putting his shoulder down, dog.
But you need to run a little zone with
Tony's he's a burst. He's a burst, but Rico fits what the attitude of our team is right now. He runs the ball a lot harder
he
than
fits
Tony
that
does. He fits
mold,
that.
yeah.
So if you were to
You
ask
gotta
me right
use-
now, I'd say ride the hot hand with Rico. Let him pound it, and then go ahead and send Tony in to run past everybody. The same way you did with Zeke. If you're gonna let Rico, right now, let Rico start the game and let him beat everybody up.
He
and
started
I'm
getting
okay
that
with
pop
that.
early,
Yeah.
later in the game. You know what I'm saying?
he
Once
run-
they start running, Tony started getting that pop back, man. He started blasting through them holes a little faster.
Let Rico
Once he
beat him
got
up,
down
man.
the stretch.
You know what I mean? Soften him up.
Yeah, you giving them a run, man.
Yeah,
Especially
soften
give
him
Rico.
up. Give him some competition, man.
Yeah,
I think Rico
you got
fits.
good football players on your team. Play them, bro.
Play him, man.
Playing
Find a way.
hard.
Find
just
a way to
playing,
play him,
like
bro.
I said.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Yeah.
You
I'm
ain't
okay
gotta
with
go
that,
with the
though.
check every time, man. This is football. The check gonna come. We win that Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
I like
Put
to
the best
see-
players on the field, man.
I like to see
You know
more.
what I'm saying?
I
That's
like
what
to
it's
see
about.
more of both of them in the backfield.
Yeah,
at the same
it's
time.
only gonna help.
Yeah.
Y'all
You got
know what
more
I
weapons.
like to see Tony catching some more out of the backfield.
I do too. I like to see that because he
Yeah.
can't do that.
Because that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, because I
just
think he
imagine-
was doing that in Memphis a lot.
Yeah.
He was doing that last year, bro.
And just imagine, both of them in the backfield, and you bringing Tony out in the motion, and that linebacker trying to follow him on motion.
Yeah.
Still Rico in the backfield. You got your hands full. You don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
CD out there running crazy. Cooks out there stretching the field.
Fergie in the middle.
Ferg in the middle.
That's
He's out cleaning
the
it up
top
underneath.
three right there.
Come on, man. Offense is growing, man.
And this is what we
It's
need to
getting
put
better.
up points, man. I
This
feel
is what I
great,
like
man.
to see going forward. When it start getting cold outside, I want to see that offense trending up.
I like putting up points, man. I think we're going to do it again this week. I think we're going to continue. Like, I was looking at the trends of the games ever since the 49er game. And after that loss, we've scored 20 points every game. And we had 20 against the Chargers. We had 23 against the Eagles. Everything else has been 40s. You know what I mean? Everything else has been 40. We had 43 against the Rams. We had 49 against the Giants. And then who's our game in between that? We had the Giants, the Eagles. We had the bye. Mm-hmm. So we had the bye. So that's 4 games in the Rams. So 2 games we dropped 40. Another one we had 20, and the offense won that game against the Chargers. So our offense is now giving our defense a break and letting them play with their ears back, man.
Yeah, I like to see. I want to see this offense. Maybe do it on the road.
Well, you got the Panthers coming up.
Well, I'm thinking more of at
It's
Buffalo
gonna be a
and
home game.
Miami.
I expect that.
That's gonna be a home game, though.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a home game, man.
I'm more interested in at Buffalo at Miami. That's what I want to see. I want to see how we come out those 2 games.
I think that we run New York this year. I think that we run New York. These next 4 games, I like to see our offense just continue to get points. We need a lot of points now. This is where you come in and you put teams on notice. All the way up to this Philly game, we need to drop burgers for the next 2 weeks. We need to drop these burgers for the next 2 weeks, and then we go into that Philly game and we do it again at home.
I could eat burgers for 2 weeks.
I'm perfectly fine.
So let me ask y'all if y'all concerned or something, because there was once upon a time that in a postseason game we tied the NFL record for most penalties in a postseason game with 14. Last 2 games we've had 9 and 10 penalties for a total of 83 yards. Is Mike McCarthy going to clean this up before the postseason, or are we not even worried about that? We're not concerned. I know we put up the 40 burger, but there was also, this is the second consecutive game we done had 9 and 10 penalties. What's your thoughts on that? Because I don't want to hear it in the postseason. We had too many penalties and all that shit.
I'm concerned with penalties, always with penalties and undisciplined, because them always seem to, in any sport, any level, penalties and turnovers always come to bite you at the most opportune time when you got a habit of it.
I'm concerned.
Penalties beat us against Philly.
I'm concerned.
They beat us against Philly.
But hasn't this been a Mike McCarthy trait?
I think it's a Dallas trait. We've dealt with penalties since we dealt with penalties.
I mean,
since
he tied the NFL record. He tied the NFL record.
I'm just speaking about as far as since he's been coaching.
Yeah.
Isn't that been a problem?
Yes.
Every year.
You saying it wasn't a problem before him?
It was a problem before him.
I'm not saying that. We're speaking about McCarthy, and I'm just saying
he's the one that tied the record.
Is it going to change? I'm saying it is a problem, but I don't expect it to change because it's been like that since he's been here.
So are we speaking defensively or offensively?
Both.
So
we're just talking penalties.
We're talking
period.
penalties. I think if we're talking inopportune penalties, our offense tends to have that. We've been.
Well, he's the head coach, man. He's the head of it all.
Bottom line is he just don't chew enough ass, man.
That's probably
He's
true.
wild.
When I'm looking, it's
crazy.
I kind of look at it in two different ways.
Yo, he came in hot.
Yeah, because he wanted to get into
Hey, yo.
he's more of a friendly guy. Yeah.
He came
I'm
in.
just saying.
My guy came in hot.
When
He
you
came
look
in
at
as a wild
coaches, when you
boy.
look at coaches like Thomas,
He's real
Yeah, he
erotic
put
tonight.
the pause on that. He just
and coaches that
John's erotic
the
tonight,
man.
man. He's erotic,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
What is he
That's
doing?
just what it is.
You're chewing though. He's a freak ass boy. Yeah, I'm
Man,
my
he's
God,
wild.
now you ain't even
Man,
gotta
it's
look
in
in.
the streets.
You just don't chew enough ass, huh?
Immaturity.
You don't, Jig. I'm with you, man.
No, I feel that though. I feel what you're saying.
You know,
But I look at it kind of different. I look at it. I can see both ways. I say it because you got guys who was highly penalized, like Tyler Smith, who come into the league known for penalties, right?
Shout out to Tyler.
But he getting hurt. He
Shout out to
ain't he ain't doing a whole lot of wild shit they said he was doing in college. They didn't taper that off.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's that noise, you know what I'm saying, that they try to throw out. And you got certain guys like him. And then on the other thing, sometimes you know, if it ain't like dumb shit, like being you know, in the neutral zone or some old goofy shit like that, lining up wrong, I'm cool with that. But once you start doing that, which I was glad, because I was looking for that against my D line this week, because I noticed they was clearly behind the line of scrimmage this week. Like, they was not in the wrong. And I was saying they was intentional with that, because last week they kept lining up, and I've been seeing it. But I know we was talking about it, you know what I'm saying, last week. So, you know, I'm seeing the cleanup here and there. But I think sometimes you need a little wild shit going on, man. Sometimes just to keep that aggression, keep that edge on them, man. You don't want to taper them back.
You don't want it to cost you neither.
Maybe a personal
Yeah.
foul,
Personal
but
foul here and
not no
Not no
yeah,
dumb
infraction.
yeah,
not no
yeah.
dumb
illegal
shit.
shifts.
And I want that personal
Right,
foul. I want the personal foul
right,
early in the game.
right.
I want that personal foul early in the game. After the first, he's supposed to get that on the first play.
You
First
know,
play of the
just
game and be
encourage
good.
players to play smart, man, and be smart out there. Because I've seen a couple of times players was right trying to bloop out for real. But you had guys around that was like, hold up. And then, you know, everybody snapped back. You know what I'm saying? Mozzie had that mean streak.
Yeah.
He was out there ready
Yeah.
to grab something. I seen that a few times.
Yeah, Mozzie be with it, dog.
Mozzie was ready to get down. But, man, shout out to Mozzie. He balled.
Yeah, Mozzie, man.
He
He,
balled.
Yeah,
that's what we've been missing for a long time is mean. We need, like,
Him,
we
man,
need
ain't
nasty.
they balled.
Yeah, the Hanks was doing his thing.
Evans
dog,
was
like,
looking good too.
dog, we need.
Who you say?
Rashad
Evans. I
Evans.
was about to say something about that earlier. Y'all think about, you know, I like him and them. He was already directing traffic.
Right.
I was liking that. You know, that shows intelligence on the field. And that's what I was especially out of my linebackers. I like a smart-ass linebacker. Him and Marquise Bell was kind of conversing back and forth. Damone Clark, too, you know. They was all out there solid.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
Bell again. He had a good game.
Everybody's moving around, man. That's what I
They
like.
went away.
This seemed like a real fun game for us, man. And I think it's a trend. It's a trend. Like, I come in there, I just felt this type of game coming off a loss. You just can feel like we had to do this. That was a real fun game for this team, for the fans, and we needed that little boost of confidence, man. We had to have that right now. It couldn't have been no hard-fought game. I didn't need a moral victory. I didn't need that type of grit and grind guy. I need to come out there and put boots to asses.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's what
Burger
we did.
week.
Yeah,
so
we
we
had
said
Burger
Thursday,
week.
we
Boost
saying
to
on the
boost to
kickback,
asses.
man.
I
We was
was
all
getting
claiming
ready.
40.
Yeah, Burger
Yeah, 40
week.
burgers, boost to
I was
asses.
great to get
Me
on
too,
my
man.
Terry shit.
But hold
About what? Go ahead.
I was great to get on my Terry shit.
Go ahead and get on it. Nah, I want it. Like, go ahead.
Nah, get back in it, man. Go ahead. You got the floor, OG.
You know how Terry always bring up the Romo factor and shit, you know? So I was just thinking, I was like, man, I was about to start some shit.
Let's start it.
I was about to say,
What's on your mind?
didn't Jimmy Johnson get in cat's ass?
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson definitely did.
Okay.
What's that mean?
That's all I was. Well, I mean, it's the last time we done seen rings, man.
I was going to get on my Terry shit and let
That's all
you
I was
know.
wondering. I mean,
But I don't
we
give a
was
fuck
little
about
soft
that.
over it,
It's-
but yeah, but
I was great on my Terry shit and tell you, man, I ain't give a fuck about that little victory for real. For real, man.
I want my glasses for you then.
Good.
Because hate will
Good,
block us,
nigga.
man. 'Cause I ain't got time for this.
Good,
I ain't got time for this.
Work
dog.
too hard.
Because how you come in and don't feel good about
man,
this win,
I'm
dog?
just saying, man. I just ready. I've been a fan too long, man. I'm jaded.
Man, week to week, that's
these
the
little-
roller coaster.
These little wins and shit,
Better enjoy them.
man.
I don't like them losses.
Nah.
I'll take his win like this. I'll take his every week.
Yeah, and it was against an NFL team, so we do have to celebrate these.
Man, you be happy about
With
it. You throw it in the
burgers.
back pocket and keep
celebrate
going,
them
man.
with the team
Yeah,
first.
that's what it is.
That's an early season win. Early season, you take all the wins, but when you get to this point and you're looking for the playoffs, you shouldn't get too excited about these.
Right.
I'm not getting too excited about playing the Panthers and they won victory and what we do to them.
We
And then we do
excited
the
for
same
burgers, though.
Man, I see that, but I see that.
And it's week 10 though. Like this ain't week 1. This is
So
week
that's what I'm
10.
saying. So why
We're
you?
doing what
I'm
we're
not
supposed to be doing in week 10.
correct.
But
That's how I feel. Yeah.
That's
My
why
excitement stems from the offense looking better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the offense.
But can
looking
you
how
really
they
judge it? Is that a gauge?
Yes.
Yeah, because I ain't seen this year.
When we played
I
in
ain't
the first
seen
game,
this
when they
this
were
year.
healthy, the first
Not
game,
even the
our
first
offense
game.
didn't
I ain't
look-
see
yes,
this.
Our offense didn't look
You know
like
what
I
I'm
did this
saying?
week, the first game of the year.
I give you
even
that.
though we
It's
lost to
10
them
weeks
monkey
in, it
ass
should be-
Eagles,
it's 10
the
weeks in, we
offense
should
looked
be better
better
than we
than
did
you
the
know
first
what I'm
week.
saying? The offense looked better against the Eagles, even
It's
though
10
we
weeks
lost.
in. We should look better
Yeah,
than we
yeah,
did.
yeah.
It looked like
But that's a valid point of why he's excited, though.
Yes, because it looks
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool
You know
with
what I'm
that.
saying?
49
If the
points on
defense
the
would have went
NFL
out
football
there,
team, dog.
if the defense would have went out there and put up the same situation that they did the first game, I'd be like, man, that's kind of more
else
the
dropped
same.
49 this
I'd have got on my Terry shit.
Who else dropped 49 this week?
Nobody. But you know what I'm saying? But we supposed to.
Everybody else
We
got
supposed to.
49.
do
We
it.
supposed to.
I was just glad that
I mean,
it was
who
the
else put
offense and
49
how
on
we
the Giants?
distributed.
That's a soft 50. We scored more
You know what I'm
points.
saying?
We scored more points this week than we did week 1.
But it better show when it's time.
Without the
And
defensive
that-
points.
that's the
Without
thing.
defensive
And I'm
points.
with you right there, Slick.
Man, I'm with
It
y'all.
better show when
I
it's
ain't mad.
time.
Get your pom poms and
you
shake
think-
them in there. I'm not.
But it better.
going
I
against
want to
them.
see this
But,
same progression show again
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm expecting y'all to ball and get better rest of this year.
Absolutely.
But I'm talking about you get to the NFC Championship, man.
Nah,
That's all I'm talking about.
win the Super
Get
Bowl.
there and get to the Super Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm
Go
in
get
the
both of them
NFC
rings.
Championship, I
about
don't,
this
I don't
week.
want to wait no more.
Man, we done beat the Giants and
Right
niggas in
now.
here talking about get to the
No, I'm saying,
See,
no. I'm talking
Hold
about
up,
the prime.
hold up, man.
I'm
Nah,
talking
don't
about-
try
I'm
use,
talking
don't try
about-
use my line
No,
on
no,
me.
no.
Don't try use my line on me.
Nah, I ain't saying
Don't
it
try
like
use
that.
my line on me.
I ain't saying it like that.
I'm just referring to what Steve is saying.
Yeah.
Steve is
Man, we
saying,
done
hold
beat
up,
y'all.
man.
We
You
beat the
throwing it
Giants,
out.
and now
No,
my niggas
you
over
are
here
throwing
saying,
it out
yeah.
of context,
Beat the
man.
Super
No,
Bowl.
you throwing it. That ain't what he said. He said get to.
Shout out
No,
to-
he said
shout
get
out to
to.
Jones.
Hold on, man.
Sound
Hold
like
on,
a
man. We got
fool.
fixes. Nah, we got fixes, man. He said get to the
Yeah.
NFC Championship, and I was just like get to
Yeah,
the
get to
Super
that.
Bowl. I'm
Right.
not. Nah, that
I'm
wasn't
talking
like
about
what
this
you're
week.
talking
excited.
about.
I'm on the
This week
same
of
I'm saying
football.
get
I'm
to
excited
it.
this week of
I'm
football.
saying
like-
beat a team with a winning record.
Yeah,
Let's take some small steps. Let's beat a team with a
I
winning
expect
record.
teams that we
Hey.
done beat to have a winning record when it comes down to it, but that don't mean shit. That's in the past. Like, get better. Get better for me.
We beat teams
Every
that
week.
beat teams
I
with winning
need to
records.
see. I need
That
to
don't
see
mean
it.
shit.
Hey, it means
We
something. That
beat
means that they
teams
was-
with 500 records.
Yeah, and we beat teams that beat teams with winning records. So that
mean,
means
y'all
they're
don't
capable
like that.
of beating
That
you.
don't mean shit, man.
No, it does, man. That means
That
they're
don't mean
capable of
shit,
beating you.
man.
That means they're
That
capable
don't
of beating you.
If you go over and beat Debo and I come and knock you out, that don't mean shit.
That
You
means
still knocked out.
so when you go up against Debo,
that
how
don't
you
fuck
gonna feel?
Debo. That means for me and you, I whooped you, dog. That don't mean that shit, bro.
No,
Yeah,
I'm okay
that
with
don't
that.
mean shit, bro.
I'm okay with that. I beat Debo. I'm gonna come back
You
and
don't know.
beat you.
It's different variables. Who did they have out that game? Who did they have in? Who?
That wouldn't
who
have
was
done
at
no
home?
different
Who
with
was
Daniel
at-
Jones.
Yeah.
Giants wouldn't have did nothing with Daniel Jones. They
Like
wouldn't
I
have did nothing
said,
different with Daniel
like
Jones.
I
I'm talking about with them beating other people or whoever with us doing that.
You know what I'm saying? We beat
pump,
these teams.
pump this offense out at Buffalo, at Miami.
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
Buffalo
because
Buffalo got
I
3
think
points.
we will. I
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
looking at.
Buffalo got 3
I'm
They ain't
points.
got
talking
no
about the game,
second
man. I ain't
half.
really
0
scared
points.
about it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying.
ain't- I'm not scared of them at all right now.
For it being 2 road games, I want to see us go on the road
Look,
and
look,
pump
look.
that same
Like I said on the kickback, it's certain teams is gonna be who they are. Buffalo, Miami, and a Dolphin. A Bill and a Dolphin gonna be a Bill and a Dolphin like a bungle.
Just like a
I
Buffalo.
ain't stunned them till they come in and show me different, man. I ain't. You know,
They gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna do what
I
they
just
gonna
wanna
do.
see them
They
do it on the
gonna do what they
road.
gonna do.
sometimes
bro.
them teams like they been alright, looking good, but like
just
man,
wanna see us
I
do it on the
don't
road.
think we fear that.
I think that we'll do it on the road.
Yeah, get on the road
We'll do it
and
this
knock a
week.
team. Yeah, do it.
yeah,
though, for
because
real.
at home we've I think we won our last 12 at home. We 4-0 this season, winning by margins of 20, 35, 23,
winning
and
streak.
32. So
Best
let me
stadium
ask
in the
you,
world.
since Slick,
Yo,
yeah,
Shoot
since you ain't,
Shoot
you
it.
ain't trying to celebrate for real.
shoot it.
Mid-season grade. What's your mid-season grade right now?
For us,
Yeah.
where we at, C. C plus.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
fair.
with that. Anybody different?
I disagree. I mean, I ain't too far.
Let me
I ain't
hear
too
your
far
shit.
off.
C,
Yeah,
not a plus either.
You've been cutting up on these episodes. You've been towed up. I need to hear what you talking about.
Because I'm just wondering, like when I look at this, we haven't been a team winner with the winning record. We played 2. We've lost to a team with the losing record. Right now, again, I'm grading our midseason. I'm putting our midseason grade based on the NFL as a whole. I'm gonna say a B, and that's just because right now our offense is firing in week 10. We've given you a grit win against the Chargers. We've handled the teams that we were supposed to handle. Did we slip? Yes. Everybody slipped. So that doesn't hold that much weight to me anymore unless it comes into ties and playoff time. Then I'll look back on that a little different. But everybody has lost a game they haven't supposed to lose. So, what makes us, are we held to a higher standard in this point? No. It's just the NFL's the NFL. So I'm going to go with a B, man. Like, we beat the teams we're supposed to. We've hung points on teams. Dak is playing MVP level football right now. Our defense.
I heard that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've always told y'all, like,
Nigga Terry.
right now he's playing
Full
MVP.
MVP?
Bro. He's playing MVP
He's saying
level.
this, though.
Forrest's playing MVP level football right now. I'm not saying he's gonna win the MVP, but he's playing MVP like football, and I'm okay with that, man. Like, keep doing that shit, and we're gonna win these games. We're hard to beat. Last week I said that against the Eagles that effort beats 98% of the rest of the NFL. We gave that same effort this week, and we dropped 49 against a lesser team. So if you judge that, next time we see the Eagles at home with the way that we play at home, I see us dropping 30 on them. I see us dropping 30 plus in a big win at home against the Eagles, and I see us continuing. Even before that, we got Carolina this week. We're gonna hang points on them, and then we got Washington. We're going to hang, that's Washington, right? After that? Yeah, so we got Washington after that. It's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a shootout type of game because they hang points too. So, Washington. They put up
Hang
numbers.
points on that.
Nah, but they put up numbers.
Man, they hang points on us. We got issues.
No, they hang points on everybody, bro.
I don't hear that
They hang
shit,
points
bro.
on everybody.
Nah,
They hang points on everybody.
We ain't everybody. No, and we own them. No,
And it's at the crib.
no.
We're going to split. We said we're going to split with Washington.
Maybe
anyway.
at last game because we probably be chilling, resting starters or something. But
I
like,
didn't say we were gonna split with
Thanksgiving.
Washington.
we need to
You
be
know, see, I
stopping
said we was
that.
going to split with Washington. That's what we do. That's just what we
Only
do.
way we gonna split because it's the last game
I
of the
said
season.
they not the
bro.
Redskins no more.
We need
They
to
the
beat them
Commanders.
and destroy
This is
them
the
so I can eat
Commanders
my turkey and chill.
era.
What's your grade, Drake?
Nah, I was saying with you. C plus.
What you got?
Off the top of my head, I said B minus, but thinking about it, C plus. C plus.
I just need a win over, like you said, a team with a winning record.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now, we the NFC Dolphins. We putting up points and beating up on the teams we ain't supposed to, and we ain't got that signature win that we should. So right there, when I think of the top echelon teams right now, we missing out until we can get some quality wins. So I gotta.
Are we not
gotta-
going
Yeah,
to,
and I misspoke. We haven't even beat anyone with a 500
I
record.
was gonna let that slide. I ain't even gonna
Okay,
say
but
that.
look, so
I ain't gonna put that on air.
being that we
I
don't-
knew it, but I ain't gonna put that on
being
air.
at this point, we've only played 2 of those teams. We don't see it. We don't play another one until Philly again. So anything else, by that logic, anything up to this point is not a good win unless you would have beat Philly once or 49ers. We would have won one of them games.
I'm
You'd have
saying
been more
all
happy.
all the
You'd have
wins.
been more happier.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Right.
I get that.
Absolutely.
So you'd have been more happier then, but the opportunities are still opportunities. Being that we've had 2 of them, we've only had 2 of them right now out of
So
10.
up to
out of
this
10.
point,
Week 10.
I'm not talking about when we get the question was up to this point.
So you won't feel
Up to
good.
this point. Now I'm gonna feel good We're talking about up to this point.
So right now.
Up to right now. As of right now, the 2 opportunities we had, we come up short.
Right.
One of them we got blasted and didn't look good. One of them we looked good and
lost.
Gave everybody hope and we still lost. Until we beat and get over the hump of some of them teams, it's the same old shit.
You won't be excited about a win until we beat Phillies in 3 weeks.
So
the next 2 weeks,
which one of them
wins?
Which one of these teams are we not going to be favored in?
So what is going to give you faith in this team within these next? So 3 weeks we have the next 3 weeks. We don't play another
Keep doing
win
what
team
you're
with a
doing.
winning record.
I'm not saying change nothing else. I'm saying keep doing what you're doing. This is nothing to be excited, nothing to get.
So if we drop 49,
stay on course.
If we drop
drop
South
49
50,
on drop South 50 on the 1-win Panthers. Drop 36 on Washington. Keep doing what you're doing. When you get to the teams that you're supposed, the teams to where you're not favored. When you're getting on the road against other playoff teams, win.
So
I don't care if it's 9-3, 7-4. Win the games that you need to. That's that impressed me. I didn't seen this rodeo before. I didn't seen us win a bunch of games against lesser opponents, and then at the time when it's when it's really counting, we play against somebody we don't. But I'm not gonna say that I'm not happy for the win. I appreciate the win. It's the NFL. I accept every win. But to me, that's what we're supposed to do. We are the Dallas Cowboys. Why are we really getting happy over beating the Giants 49-something with their third-string quarterback? Why are we going to get happy over beating the Panthers? We accept that win, but we're going to kick their ass and keep moving.
And we better be careful with them Panthers because they look like Arizona.
Man, you better beat that motherfucking head.
I'm saying, but we said that to Arizona too, and look what we came back with.
We should have beat. That's why we got to see. We should have beat their head.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we got to be careful going into a Carolina game.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about being careful in this game, dog, to be real.
I was
because
the one that
I didn't want to, because everybody had us win.
I said burger.
All of y'all said
But
burger.
I said burger.
All of y'all said burgers.
Because I expected burger.
I didn't think
But
we
during
was
the
getting
game,
burgers.
like I said, man, we got to. I was
one.
wanting my team to stay focused and be dialed in, man. And my thing is not being actually, happy with the Giants win, overly excited because I ain't, because the way the offense looked for me is what I wanted to see, because the offense didn't look like that in the first game.
That's
so did
true.
the defense keep up pace to what y'all to your satisfaction? Did the defense keep up pace?
Yeah.
So now
easy work.
so now we have
That
the
wasn't
defense.
none, yeah.
Five
That's what I'm saying.
sacks, a takeaway.
I'm just trying to give you trying to put this excitement into perspective, and it's not jumping through. But it's not a jumping through the roof. It's not a backflip cartwheel excitement. This is an excitement of finally your team materializing into something that's going to be something that is going to be a problem. Because if your defense has been doing,
what are you gauging it by?
I'm gauging it by the performance that we were supposed to put. We did what we were supposed to. We didn't walk in with the big head, or maybe we did walk in.
I agree with what you said. We did what we were supposed to do.
And that gives me confidence that we will continue doing what we're supposed to do. This is the confidence.
That's true, because
that's the confidence you have to.
Because if you think about it, because there's been some games where we don't put up big numbers or whatever, but we're still questioning why we ain't giving the ball to Tony and Rico more. In this game, we showed that we could do that. So that's something.
Overall.
Yeah. So that's a part of what he's talking about.
Yeah,
right
against
there.
a lesser team, we did what we were supposed to. Finally,
I told you, man, I ain't mad. Have y'all pom poms. I ain't.
This ain't no problem.
Sure. What you two do? I ain't knocking it. I ain't not. Hey, do you?
Look,
me personally. That shit ain't moved me, man.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Look, I thought viewers and listeners, man. Look,
viewers and listeners.
So you ain't gonna eat no more burgers when we put them on.
Every time I'm eating a motherfucking burger. Fuck you, man. Yes, I'm eating them burgers, baby boy. Yes.
I'm just now. I'm realizing something.
When T.O. said get your popcorn, I got popcorn. Yes. I'm with the rodeo. Yes, I'm in that.
So these last, I thought that San Francisco loss broke me. You know what I mean? By seeing it in person.
Here we go again, man.
So
for real, do we got to go back to them, though, man?
I thought that hurt my feelings.
Now they're living in our head rent free right now, man.
I thought that, I thought it took some look.
Terry's, man. But when he bring, it's a part of the crew.
Look, I'm going to bring us back around because I'm just not noticing something. It's a trend here. Ever since that San Francisco loss, My man's done took a step back, man. He been me. I don't know. He didn't tip. That's turned into the tiptoe side. Ever since they beat our backs in, my man's been going through it. Every game is I don't know what's going on.
You got the happy.
Look,
I'm back on this.
I'm back on the narcotic. I'm back on it. I've been back on this since.
For what though? They ain't did nothing to put you there.
Man,
they ain't did nothing for me to get there. Look, they ain't did nothing to change my mentality.
Look, but before the San Francisco game, my man's was coming here 70-10.
Yeah,
70. He was on it.
And then they humble pack him quick.
Humble
pass quick.
Man,
and then you come back. And then you come after that.
That motherfucker said he gets stomach since week 5.
Since week 5. Since week 5, man. I still got that bitter taste. And then we go on. And then the next time we meet another opponent to step up and get that taste out of my mouth. We play better. We don't get embarrassed this time, but we still lose.
Yeah, you got to get the W,
You got to
man.
get the wins.
That's
what I want. Like I said, man, I've been doing this for a long time, man.
We all have.
I've been doing it for a long. I've been seeing this for a lot.
We all have.
I can't. Early in the season, I told you I'm not getting too high for the wins, too low for the losses. Fuck that.
Nah, I'm even too, but
we
can celebrate them building, man, towards something, man. They are building, though, man. They are building. So
we are building. We are building. We are looking better.
Yeah.
And the only way I can say we looking better, the only way I can judge it is off a game we had with the loss. I'm not surprised with. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm a.
We getting ready to get our get back, man. Just be patient.
The opportunity is in front of us.
Yeah.
Make no quarrels about it. We got the Dolphins. We got the Bills. We got
the Lions.
The Lions. We got the motherfucking Pigeons.
The
again.
Commodores twice.
The Commodes twice. I ain't even counting the Commodes. Fuck them too. Flush them.
So overall, like you had said we were going what on the last kickback? If I'm right, you was at 10-7 almost, wasn't you? Was you 10-7 or was you 11-6? I said 12-5. You know, that's where I went on the kickback when we went down the schedule again. So do you see us going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back 12-5. My initial prediction.
So we got 2 more losses for the rest of the season.
Like the last season.
So we got 2 more losses at the rest of the season. That's what you're telling me right now. 2 more losses for the rest of the season with that 12-5 pick, and I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Where do you see the losses?
That's what I won't see.
The losses, where they're coming from. I said that we split with
I'll
Washington.
be disappointed in the 10-7.
Last game of the season.
I'll be feeling like Rick's feeling right now, like we ain't did what we were supposed to do.
Washington, and worst case would be, there's 2 worst case scenarios with that. It's either, if I don't want to take another NFC loss, put it like that. I don't want it to be Detroit, and I don't want it to be Seattle. You know, no, let me change it. I don't want it to be Philly, and I don't want it to be Seattle, because we're in the race with Philly for the number 1 seed, and Seattle could determine. I mean, Detroit's going to win the North. Like they kind of already they're going to win the North at this point.
But you can compete for the top seed, though.
We can compete. That's why I said I'm going with Philly and Seattle are the losses. One of them's going to go to.
But I'm saying, but if Detroit's up there. You know, if they're up
for
there
the number 1 seed overall,
then you got to beat them too.
I mean, that's totally true. You're right, for the number 1 seed. You know, I'm looking at it like
I'm still looking at the 1 seed.
In the case that we don't catch Philly, I don't want to take that loss to Seattle, because that could possibly be
my
another
mindset is I want to catch Philly.
I want to catch Philly, but we need them to lose too, so we hope that they lose too. So I'm just looking at if we were all to win out at this point,
lose.
If Philly drops one more game to us. If Philly drops one more game to us and they win out, and we win out for the rest of the season.
They will drop his game to us.
Yes. I'll say when they drop that game to us and we win out, even if we win out right now and they drop one more game, it'll be what? They'd still be in the number 1 seed.
How?
Because they only have 1 loss right now.
2.5.
Yeah, they have 1 loss. And we're at.
No, I'm saying if they drop one more and we beat them, how would they be in the 1 seed?
Because they'll still only have 2 losses. And we'll have 3.
No.
And we have 3.
What you mean in the division or
They
overall?
have 2, they have 1 right now.
And if they lost one more, 2, and then to us, 3.
No, I was just talking about us when I was saying 1 more. I said if they went out minus us and we went out, period, we still get the number 2. We still would be a wild card team. Because they would still be a number 1. We need them to drop multiple games and beat them in order to get that number 1 seed. You're asking for some help there. I'm talking about no help, just us. Right now, that Seattle game and even
But even with that, we're looking at
big.
San Fran and Detroit. We're competing with all of them as one seeds at that point.
I'm talking about just on us. You know, our work, no help. I don't need nobody to beat nobody else. Just on our schedule right now, where our record is. Even if we were to win out right now, and Philly, that means we beat Philly once. No help. So we don't. I'm not saying anybody else beats Philly. I'm saying that we beat Philly and they went out and we went out from here. They still have the number one seed.
That's not gonna happen though, bro. They getting ready to lose again.
They're
gonna lose a couple times.
I'd like to say that. I'd like to say. I don't know.
I'm gonna say
do.
it. I'm gonna put it on wax. They're gonna lose a couple more times. So for real,
I'd like to hope so.
They were itching to. They've been itching to lose.
Win out. Yeah, even if win out,
Definitely need to win out.
Winning out, we still need help, which is unfortunate right now. We hope that they winning out right now. We got still hope that they lose more games.
Play the cards you dealt.
Yeah, that's it. And that's why we have to win these games. Keep winning these games. Yeah, keep winning these games, man. Keep dropping points.
We don't need to lose no more.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I said 12-5, but fuck it. Run the table.
I'll take a
14-3.
I'll take a loss if I'm resting my starters.
Yeah, that's what I said. But that's the Washington game at the end of the season.
Yeah, okay.
That's the Washington game. That's what I said. I think that we'll split one with them just because.
Whoop their ass too, because they collapsing. Just because. You mess around and do what?
They can't finish the game either.
Yeah,
they can't finish the game. You talking about
motherfuckers gonna trade Young for some peanuts to San
Francisco. He said, "Hey, I see them get busy." I said, "Whoa, man, fuck them, dog." Man, them edges. I give it to him. Edges didn't look bad though, man.
So what y'all think about Dak's? Taking forever to call the snaps and switching them up.
Here we go.
And switching them. Got to get timeouts called and stuff to prevent from delays of game. Are y'all cool with that? Him keep changing everything up to the last minute, or would y'all like to see him move a little bit more quicker?
Nah, I'm cool with it right now.
I'm okay with it.
I can't say I don't know what he see that I don't see. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the coverages to see if what he's seeing, what play he got called to change out of it, and I don't know how long it's taking McCarthy to get the plays into his area before he make the adjustments.
Exactly.
For all I know, McCarthy could be bullshitting, taking his sweet time getting it to him. So I ain't complaining right now with that. But they both need to tighten that up.
I think that got free range right now, and I think you need to clean it up. Don't get no delayed games. Take all the time you want, but get up the damn field. March. You know what I'm saying? But we get time of possession. I want to be legit time.
They still been almost getting delayed games, having to waste burn timeouts and shit. Against a formidable opponent.
Yeah, we got to clean that.
We're gonna need them timeouts.
You gotta play chess with it.
I just feel like those are things that we've been seeing. Nine used to have that same problem, dog. Like he used
Reading
to
the field.
the same. I don't know what it is. Like you said, it's that free reign because he had the same thing too. He had the same problem. He get up and change the play a lot of times. I don't know if it's just like, is that a Cowboy? Is that the style of football that we play with our quarterbacks? I don't know what it is because, my memory ain't as.
You gotta go grab the quarterback out of first round so they can already be ahead of the game.
Yeah, I guess so. So late round quarterbacks having trouble getting these plays.
That's gotta be late round, but it might just take him a little longer than others.
What about last year? Who was
first
round quarterbacks?
It's what?
Who was last year first round quarterbacks? Are they?
Shit, Bryce.
Not CJ. Now I'm talking about the year before that.
What about him?
Who was the number ones then? Was it like Zach Wilson and all them? Like who was it?
Earlier than that.
Cause they ain't guaranteed either for real.
No, it ain't guaranteed, but just the ceiling. What you draft, you gonna grab somebody who's pretty damn good.
Was that 21? You talking about 21?
Yeah.
21 was Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Trevor's
the next year.
Okay, so you're talking about 22. That's all I was wondering.
Last year, right?
22 was last year. Oh, it was 20. Yeah. I don't know.
Last year was CJ now?
Yeah, this is a rookie year.
That was 23 draft players.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. 22.
Yeah. So let's see what we got.
You looking up then? You over tapping?
Was it Hal?
Was that? Damn. That wasn't really.
It was terrible. It
Draft
wasn't
class,
no good
draft class
draft
wasn't
class,
nothing.
though.
Yeah,
It
Malik
wasn't
Willis was the number one.
Malik Willis, yeah.
He was the number one
Levis.
quarterback
Levis
draft.
and them,
Levitz.
Levis.
Yeah, it
Willis.
wasn't no good one. It wasn't no
Nah,
memorable
Levis was
one.
last year.
Well, Sam Howell,
Levis was
they
23rd.
drafted.
Yeah, so evidently it was Sam Howell, Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis,
These is one. These is
Desmond
ones.
Ritter, and Matt Corral, Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, it was a
Y'all
down
would have
year.
been cool with one.
Brock
of them.
Purdy. Brock
Nah,
Purdy.
it was a down year in
So
quarterback.
Purdy-
That was a known down
Purdy-
year in
Purdy was the
quarterbacks
best
anyway.
quarterback. Purdy was
This
the
year,
best
So
the
we
year-
just hope that when you draft one, it ain't a down year.
Yeah, you better get one where like it's supposed to be a nice little class this year.
This one coming up is gonna be
Yes.
nice.
But you got Mr.
Last
Relevant.
year was a known like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want one of these quarterbacks. You gonna get
Yeah.
one? I'm gonna get the one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Don't end up with Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
But how can you do that if you, normally you drafting at the bottom?
Trade.
You trade. Or you gonna trade away a star? You gonna trade away a star? You know what I mean? To get that
You know what
draft
I'm
pick.
saying? Like, you know, you
You
had
try to
Brock
start.
Purdy come out of that draft. You know
You need
what
to.
I'm
And
saying?
he was Mr.
He's
Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant. So it was the way out year, you know what I'm saying? Considering, you know.
Well, up next, man, it's the Cowboys at the Panthers. It's a 1:00 game. Like 1-8 Sunday. Sunday game, week 11, man. We gotta put up another burger. Are we at Diamonds this week?
I'm there every week, so it ain't no difference for me.
You won that last week.
I'm there every week. We gonna win.
He still be getting
Yeah, let me change it. Yeah, I'm there for all the games we favored.
Yeah. So hey, that's another
I'm
one.
I'm gonna see how we fare offensively.
Whoa.
Hopefully we can put up that same, big time explosion. Being that they're out of conference,
Hold on, John.
Nice,
Hold
familiar.
on, John. What is it?
Breaking
Man, they
news.
said C.J. Godwin and Leighton Vander Esch might not be back this year.
Damn.
Leighton the Wolf. How y'all feel about that?
No
I expected
LBE.
I expected that. I didn't think he was coming back off that neck injury.
I didn't know how bad it was.
He might need to retire off that one.
Yeah, I ain't.
Yeah,
I was
like-
hearing, it might,
Heal up, young man. But we got athletes out there right now. We got bodies moving.
yeah.
We got knock on Wolf.
Youngins.
No knock on the Wolf because
Man.
he was definitely balling
It's,
and making
He just
tackles.
showed up for us a good
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
man, throughout these years,
But-
man.
but-
It's,
Hey,
it's
I hate
not
to hear
the
it for
it's
him.
not the it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
the
heal
sport.
up, man. Heal
But-
up,
but
man.
right
It's
now-
not the sport for a bad neck.
Yeah,
No.
right now we got
Not the
we got
sport
young
for that.
bulls out here.
That's right.
So as a personal, I hope the young man the best and heal up. As a team, next man up mentality.
And we good at linebacker. Like right now, we I think that it's not really been a drop off in talent right now.
It
A
might
drop off
be.
in play.
It
It's
might
drop off in
be-
play.
It
Drop off
might
in
be
play.
might be better now. He'll end up being one of those Jerry guys that he'll pay for 5 years after he's off the team.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely.
He'll put him in the office or something, man.
Yeah,
He'll
but-
definitely be with the team, but
Who else did you say?
C.J. good one.
Okay.
Yeah, pectoral surgery, season ending.
Heal up too.
Damn,
Yeah,
he'll
he's a
up,
nice
brother.
for us on special teams.
Special teams, yeah.
Yeah, he
He'll up,
was.
CJ.
He was. First man down, every rep type.
Speaking of special
Yeah.
teams, how do y'all feel about Cavante not being in the game? Do you think that we missed his presence even though we dropped?
He was
soft
hurt.
50?
Nah,
Yeah, I know
he
he's
need
hurt.
to
That's
rest
what I'm
that
saying.
shoulder.
How you feel about the difference of not seeing Turp out there in special teams or even in the offense?
Yeah, it's a difference.
Could you see the difference? Could you see the difference out there?
There's a difference for
it's a
me
difference.
because when they kicked it off and Deuce was going to catch it, I was holding my breath.
Yeah.
You know, I know I'm a little more comfortable with Cavante back there catching.
but
I'm saying keep him out this week too. He'll up.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Deuce to explode.
But team-
I was
team
waiting
gotta-
on him to break one.
But team gotta,
He had a couple
they
good
gotta,
runs, though. He had a couple
they gotta
good
do
runs
something
with
about that,
opportunity.
man. They gotta do something about that because he looked uncomfortable. He just looked like he
Who,
just
Deuce?
Yeah,
He ain't played in 2 weeks. He ain't played.
yeah, he just
He
looked
ain't
like they
playing for
told him
weeks.
to
Yeah,
concentrate
I'm
on
saying they told-
catching the
I'm saying
ball.
I'm
We need you to do this today.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about on punt return.
Even when he ran the ball,
Yeah,
when he ran the ball, he didn't look comfortable.
When he
When he
talking
ran the
about
ball,
return.
On return,
Return.
On return,
It's
yeah.
like you don't have a second man up on return? Because it looked like you just told him
That
you
was
go
the
return
guy,
duty
though.
today.
I thought Rico
Nah,
used to be.
he was one. Him and Rico.
I thought it was
Rico did a return
Yeah,
once.
I thought Rico was.
Now, Rico
They did
used to
both
be back
of
there, but
them,
it
yeah.
was just it was Deuce.
Yeah,
You know what
it
it
was
is?
too, yeah.
You start balling, you get that spot. Somebody else got to do that special team. You
Yeah.
know, after Tony started balling, he wasn't holding the ball. He wasn't the.
Yeah. Turpin
Place
getting
kicker,
some,
place
Turpin getting
over.
some offensive snaps now. Huh?
Well, you remember Tony used to return.
Plus, know when to
Pollard
get
used to
down,
return used to-
Deuce, man. Like, you too small to be
But you remember
taking
Pollard used to return
big
kicks,
hits
too.
like that, too,
returned
man.
kicks
It
You
be
say, tell him get down.
yeah, get down sometime, man. You ain't
Man,
got
my man's trying to prove he's big and hard, man. You ain't got nothing to prove.
They just gotta get him in
Get
space,
loose.
man. Let him work.
Yeah,
man. You
let
gotta
him
do
work.
something.
I wanna
It's
see
play
him in
calling, man.
space,
It should
man.
be some screens set up, some little quick little
Yeah.
option routes for him. Put him out there, man. Let him get busy. You ain't got to always hand it off to him.
Where do you want to see him? Like when? At what time in the garbage time?
Nah,
Because I like what we got right now.
Take them in there.
Nah,
Use your weapons.
use
bro.
your put everybody in there,
ain't
man.
You gotta read offenses and shit,
Put
man.
everybody in there, man. Let everybody
You
get
gotta,
some
you gotta
block, man.
use them,
Get
man.
some
You
play.
you can't wait till you see them and be like, man, where can we use? You gotta take their attributes, man, and know what that's good for in offense.
I'm okay with the two backs we got right now.
I am too, but whenever
Using
you
them would be
can,
cool. Yeah, whenever
if
you
you got
can.
them out there on the field, make sure they,
You utilize them.
utilize.
I just feel right now the two
Damn.
that we have get the most out
Yeah.
out of the out of the time out of each possession. You know, the two that we have right now, I don't want no. Now's not the time to be building. At this point, you build, but
You just
it's not
said
the time to
it.
Now's not the
experiment.
time to
You
get
just said it
cute.
20 minutes
Experiment.
ago.
Yeah,
Now's
that's the
not the time
word.
to get cute, huh?
Now's not the time to get cute and experiment. We can build, but now's not the time to experiment. Like, you should have been doing that week 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in week 10 now. Play your guys, unless you want to
So you're
rest them.
saying if we get
play
a
your
nice,
guys.
lead, then use that opportunity.
Like he could have played the whole second half. To be honest, if you wanted to give him that, we was already up 35. So once we went up 35, it's like, hey, just let it rock at this time. You know what I mean? Put him in the whole second half. You want to get him some reps. But trying to use him sparingly for 2 or 3 plays, the last drive of the game, you can't expect the man to get his legs under him. Or ever look productive at all. So put him in. If you win by 28, throw him in the
You got to be
game. Why
winning by
not?
28. Put the man in. Let the man get some reps. You paying him? Shit.
Yeah.
Him catching one screen ain't great. Throw the whole fucking team off.
No,
Fuck the whole. Throw the playbook away. They threw Deuce a screen. Nah, man. Let the man get something. Get him the ball. Motherfucking give the fullback dive the ball. Let's get some.
Yeah, I'm
I
with the
thought they
fullback
was
dive.
gonna-
I'm with the
I
fullback
thought they was
dive,
gonna
man.
fullback dive. Hunter, boy, I thought they was gonna run the fullback dive, let him plunge on in there and get him,
right,
boy.
yeah.
Play some of these niggas, man. Let them get some at the clock, man. Keep their energy and mojo up.
You feel the same way against a team with a winning record?
Should I get in? Yes.
I just think it's time, man. You get in. I think it's time to win the game.
Don't
Don't
get
waste
there
no
and fuck
plays.
up.
I mean, shit. You
Don't
got the
waste-
other niggas in, and they ain't doing it against other niggas. They ain't did shit.
Yeah,
When it
Tony
counted.
did. Tony
Yeah,
did.
they ain't
Rico
do
did.
shit when it counted.
Oh, okay. So you okay with just getting them up out of there?
Okay, well, who getting up out there?
Getting your star players up out of there to give people chances against winning teams? You're not going with your
Who's your star players? Nigga,
Rico,
ball,
Tony.
nigga.
Rico,
Act like a star.
Michael was out there.
Act like a
Who
star.
Michael.
Michael?
No, Michael Parsons was out there in garbage
Late
time.
game. He
Yeah.
was out there late game. Yeah, I was wondering
That
what the
was-
hell he's doing. I don't know.
that was dumb.
I don't know what that was for. I seen him out there
That was
late. I
dumb.
said, what are they? That's one of them stat padding games. He's trying to get the extra contract. He's trying to get them extra tackles and sacks, man. Everybody's trying to get them one, man.
But
So,
OG already touched on that, man. You got know when to take him out as a coach, man.
that's what agree. If he got hurt, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
That's one of them you can mess around.
The inmates run inside.
It's one of them times that the wrong player rolls on you on purpose. You know what I mean? Because you beating their backs in about 40. The wrong player rolls or does something on the
You
knee.
left the star in there.
Yeah, on the future. Yeah, on the knee or something like that, on the ankle, on some bullshit. Yeah, McCarthy take him out.
But you gotta be a football player.
I mean, it's a football player. Shit happens.
He didn't get hurt, so shit, let's move on.
But you gotta learn from them, man. Take your stars out, man. Up 35, take your stars.
Mike,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
Let
you.
the young niggas get some reps, man.
I'ma
Let the
need
young
you to
niggas
do
get some
something.
reps. Let them try to get some play just in case we ever have to pull them up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's another episode, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in to Cowboys Raw and Uncut. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. crew out, baby.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day.
Yeah,
Thank y'all
yes.
for y'all service.
Salute, OG.
Yeah.
Thanks for your service.
Cowboys raw and uncut.